Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video and happy Sunday. This is a very big trouble. Senator Natasha's husband has come out to confirm that Akpabio has been harassing his wife. Now, this issue is going to go a very long way, and I think the best thing the Senate should do, although I'm not too much interested in all this their trouble, okay? They are just using it to distract us. But however, the Senate should do justice by impeaching Akpabio because you can't be harassing someone's wife time without number. The man said he met Akpabio personally. Natasha's husband said he met Akpabio personally because Akpabio is like his friend and told Akpabio that please respect my wife, stop harassing my wife. And Akpabio did not, he said Akpabio agreed to respect and stop harassing Natasha. So the husband is now coming out to say that Akpabio broke, his promise to stop harassing his wife. This is a very controversial issue, but it's laughable. It's laughable. I tell people that this case is a case that could lead to so many things, and it's going to go a very long way. Akpabio has record of harassing women. A woman slapped Akpabio when Akpabio was NDDC chairman. Yeah, a woman slapped him because he was advancing and encroaching her for sexual benefit. The woman came to the national television to announce the same thing. Now, this is what the husband of Natasha is saying. Let us go to the details to understand this. Senate President Akpabio broke his promise to stop harassing my wife. Natasha Udoan speaks out. Emmanuel Orisejonomi Udoan, husband of the Senator Natasha Akpoti Udoan, has intervened in the ongoing dispute between Senate President Godswill Akpabio and his wife. The disagreement, which began over seating arrangement, has escalated into a major controversy following Natasha's allegation that Akpabio sexually harassed her. Currently suspended and referred to the Senate Ethics Committee, Natasha, who represents Kogi Central in the Senate, alleged that Akpabio blocked her motions from being heard on the floor of the Senate because she rejected his advances sexually. In response, Akpabio's wife, Onoma, defended her husband, describing him as a disciplined man and suggesting that legal actions could be taken against Natasha. Onoma Akpabio has filed 2 lawsuits against Senator Natasha Akpoti Udoan at the Federal Capital Territory High Court, Abuja, over alleged defamation and violation of fundamental human rights. The legal action follows Akpoti Udoan's recent claim that her challenges in the Senate began after she rejected alleged sexual advances from the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. In the first case, suit number CV 814/25, which focuses on fundamental rights violation, Mrs. Akpabio accused the senator of making false and scandalous statements that have caused her and her children emotional distress and fear for their safety. She urged the court to declare this statement a violation of her right to dignity under the Nigerian Constitution and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Additionally, she is seeking 250 billion in compensation and a perpetual injunction preventing Akpoti Udoan from making further defamatory statements. In a separate defamation lawsuit, suit number CV/816/25, Mrs. Akpabio refuted Akpoti Udoan's claim, describing them as false, malicious, and damaging to her family's reputation. She asked the court to order the senator to publicly apologize in the Guardian and This Day newspaper and to award 1 billion in damage for the harm caused. Out of the article. Now, you saw the video of Akpabio's wife trying to defend her husband, okay? There is nothing wrong defending your husband, but filing a lawsuit like this, when you have not even you didn't meet the woman to ask her what really happened. If I am a woman, I am the Akpabio's wife, I will first of all meet Natasha. My fellow woman, come, what really happened? Tell me. Can we resolve this issue amicably? Can you withdraw what you are doing? So that the woman will open up to you. Because it's not okay and good if your husband is really doing this and you are filing lawsuit again. It's evil now. This is witchcraft, okay? Now, let's continue with the article. It says, Mrs. Akpabio emphasized that the allegation has subjected her and her family to public shame and severe emotional trauma. In a statement on Saturday, Udoan, the Elema of Sowore Kingdom, revealed that his wife had confided in him about Akpabio's alleged advances. This is where it started getting interesting, okay? He stated that he personally confronted Akpabio, asking him to stop harassing Natasha. However, despite Akpabio's assurance that he will respect his wife, Udoma claimed the issue had continued. I personally met with the Senate President and respectfully urged him to extend the courtesy and respect to with my wife. Okay, respect my wife deserves. Sorry, while also honoring the friendship between us. The statement reads: "We reached an understanding and agreed to resolve the issue amicably. However, despite his agreement, my wife continued to express concerns about the harassment she has endured from the Senate President." So this is where Akpabio will be nailed. Because if, for example, now they get to the court will ask for, is there any proof Natasha should bring? If Natasha has related this to her husband and husband has met Akpabio personally, Akpabio agreed to stop it? Oh my goodness. This is very interesting. We have interesting time ahead, but don't too much make this your concern, okay? Because we have a lot of things to, to discuss about the issue affecting us as people. So this one is not an important topic to talk about. Now, let me finish up with the article. It says, "I have unwavering faith in my wife." So Natasha's husband is speaking now, okay? "I have unwavering faith in my wife's loyalty, and I am fully committed to our marriage, which is grounded in love, compassion, and mutual respect. I would never trade her for anything, as she is the greatest joy of my life. I now respectfully urge the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Senate President to treat my beloved wife with the respect and dignity she truly deserves, while the relevant authorities and the court determines the underlying issues. The dispute between Senator Akpoti Udwan and the Senate President Akpabio has its root in the series of disagreements within the Senate, particularly over legislative motions and controversial remarks. A major flashpoint in the dispute occurred when Senate President Godswill Akpabio made a controversial remark on the Senate floor, likening Senator Natasha Akpoti Udwan's approach to discussing the arrival of Ajokuta Steel Complex to that of a nightclub. You remember when that issue, Akpabio told her we are not in the nightclub. Whether Akpabio took her to nightclub, I don't know. Now, during a plenary session, Akpoti Udwan spoke on a motion without obtaining permission from the Senate President, an action that violated the Senate standing order. In response, Akpabio, in an attempt to correct her, stated that the Senate is not a nightclub where anyone can speak, and urged her to follow the rules. So the article continues, but the issue is that, the husband, Natasha's husband that entered into the issue. I think that is the major issue now, okay? That is the major issue, because I never knew that this issue had escalated before. Natasha is a very straightforward person to have, discussed with her husband that this is what Akpabio is doing to me, and her husband summoned courage to go and meet Akpabio, stop disturbing my wife, and Akpabio did not stop. So it's a very, serious issue. Let me know what you think on the comment section.